big Wednesday, say hello once again to the guy who opened our show so well, Bryan White.
One thing Lorianne and I mentioned at the beginning of the show is basically you haven't been out of high school too long. Of course, Lorianne met just a moment ago Mr. Folks over there, who was her junior high school guidance counselor. Do you stay in touch with your teachers?
A little bit. One day I received a letter from my 8th grade English teacher, and ever since then we've pretty much been back in touch. I mean, I hadn't seen her since 8th grade, basically. So, I mean, I keep in touch with her a little bit. She said she bought the album and everything, and she said it was very strange for her to see me go from the guy that slept in class to...
Slept in class?
To the record and, you know, the album and all that stuff. So, a little bit I keep in touch with her, and that's the only person I can really think of.
Well, you were such a good songwriter now. Did you use some of the time in class when you were supposed to be doing homework to write songs?
I can't remember an instant where I might have been, but I guess that was just kind of, I was getting ready, I guess, thinking mentally on it, I guess, pondering on it, I guess.
Yeah.
So you're not concentrating on songwriting right now?
Yeah, actually I am, quite a bit, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, right now?
Right now? Maybe.
Okay. I'll shake you, you know, if you need to get out of a trance or something. But, you know, one thing is, I think, at all the times Bryan's been here on the show, it's the first time I've been here.
Well, I was beginning to think you didn't like me or something.
No. I mean, it just so happened that I was off those particular days you were here. So I just want you to know it's nothing personal.
Well, I figured, Bryan, that if you had me here, you didn't need him.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. I didn't mean to make you look, I'm not trying to exclude you from anything.
Oh, of course.
But, you know, I mean, when you, Lorianne, you know, if you're not here, she usually carries her weight, you know. So.
Carries her weight?
Carries your weight. You misunderstood what you said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See what I'm saying, Bryan?
Well, you're in deep trouble over here.
You can't trust him.
I'm not going to say anything.
I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
Write a song.
Now, since the last time we saw you, you turned 21. Did you have a big party?
Actually, somewhat. I opened for Tracy Lawrence the night of my birthday, and Tracy came out. And most artists won't come out before they do their show. And he comes out. I'm right in the middle of my new single, and they all of a sudden they start just clapping, and it hadn't been released yet, and they're going nuts, standing up and acting crazy. And I was like, man, they really like his song, you know. and Tracy Lawrence was standing there right next to me, and he comes up, and I'm like, whoa, you know, and he starts saying, he sang Happy Birthday, and they brought out a big guitar cake and stuff.
How nice.
And thanks, by the way, for the telegram, the birthday telegram. See, that was awful cool.
Well,
I won't tell them what you said on the telegram.
Oh, it was just congratulations on your 21st birthday. Yeah, moving right along, we noticed, have we talked about his band yet?
No.
We need to, because there were a lot of familiar faces over there, friends we've had on the show here before.
Those are some of my best friends in the whole world. It's a group called Pearl River. You guys may know them.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
They've just agreed to go out and do about 250 dates with me, and I figured, well, like, you can't find a better band than those guys, you know, and since they're right there, and, you know, might as well. So they've been very gracious to go out on the road with me, so we're having such a great time, too.
Well, hey, now, this is new, because you were doing acoustic tours for a while there, but now what, you have the band, you have a bus and the whole bit?
Yeah, the whole ball of wax there.
So you feel like a real artist now, huh?
I guess. I got my shades, and when I get off, I kind of, you know...
No.
Just a lot more responsibility with somebody.
Yeah, it is. You know, so I'm having a problem with authority. I can't tell these guys. These are my best friends. It's hard to go, no, don't do that. Don't do this. You know, so I'm not very strict. I'm pretty easy to get along with. We all just kind of do our own thing.
Basically, they get away with anything they want, is what you're saying, right?
Well, yeah, I guess in another state.
But you know what's neat? I think if you're friends, then they probably understand your standards and what you need, and vice versa. So I'm sure it works out great for you.
You know, I used to sell T-shirts for them.
No, I didn't know that.
That's before I got a deal with Asylum Records. I was selling T-shirts for them, and I mean, all over the place, traveling with them and stuff.
Well, did they tell you what to do?
Well, I was asleep most of the time.
Oh, yeah, it goes back to the grade school thing. Yeah. 8th grade, yeah. Where you learn to sleep real well.
But I was right in the middle of selling T-shirts when I found out that I got a record deal. I remember that. So I'll never forget that.
Somebody woke you up and said, hey, you got a record deal.
I'm like, $5.
Man. Well, you co-wrote the hit, the Sawyer Brown hit, I Don't Believe in Goodbye, didn't you? You did a lot of good stuff out there.
Thank you. I co-wrote that with Mark Miller and Scott Emmerich, a good friend of mine.
Yeah, was it an easy write? Did it happen pretty quickly?
It was kind of an accident. We didn't know like we were going to write until like just the day before, and we finally just hooked up. And I drove my old clunker right out in the middle of Mark Miller's driveway. You know, I felt like this thing's making noise, waking up cats and dogs.
Well, now I will say this: I've been to his house, and he lives in a very ritzy area. He lives in Belmead, and you drove up in this?
Plymouth Horizon, 1985.
Yeah, okay. Is it still there?
It's parked out in Ashland City at somebody's house.
Okay, good. You don't know whose house?
I finally got a truck. I bought me a truck finally. So.
Yeah, I saw you rolling in today. You're in fine style now, son. Bryan White, self-titled album right here. The song we were just talking about that he had written for Sawyer Brown, we'll get you to a little bit later. How's that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Bryan White's here. Glad you are, too. Back to more Music City tonight.